Alternative assessment refers to a variety of evaluation methods that go beyond traditional tests and quizzes to measure students' knowledge, skills, and abilities. Unlike standard assessment that often focus on rote memorization and single correct answers, alternative assessments involve more open-ended tasks that allow students to demonstrate their understanding through real-world applications. This may include projects, portfolios, presentation, experiments, journal entries, or performance tasks. Alternative assessments are designed to be more flexible and student-centered, often providing opportunities for learners to express what they know in ways that align with their strengths and learning styles. The importance of using alternative assessment in the teaching and learning process lies in its ability to provide a more comprehensive picture of students' learning. It encourages critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and problem-solving skills that are essential in real-life situations, but may not be effectively measured by traditional assessments. Furthermore, alternative assessments can be more inclusive, accommodating diverse learners by allowing for differentiation and multiple modes of expression. By integrating alternative assessments into the classroom, educators not only evaluate what students learn, but also how they learn, fostering deeper engagement and meaningful connections within the content. As educator Grant Wiggins once said, the aim of assessment is not to measure but to improve performance. In this presentation, we'll explore alternative assessment, a powerful approach that goes beyond traditional testing to promote deeper understanding, creativity, and real-world application. Join us as we uncover how this method can transform the teaching and learning experience.
So, good afternoon po, ma'am. So, we are from B.Ed student po from Sultan Kudarat State University. May mga ilang question po kami na about po sa alternative assessment. Okay lang po ba na interview po namin kayo? Okay. So, yung name po and from what school po kayo?
I am Maria Fausta Pigrejido, teacher of President Quirino National High School.
So, here are the questions. How do you implement performance-based assessment?
As part of our lesson, we really have to do the performance-based assessment because it is one of the criteria in computing grades. That is 50% of the grades of the students. So, in every lesson that we are going to have that activity that they are going to perform about the topic that we have.
So we are from the College of Teacher Education of Sultan Kudarat State University, taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education, ma'am. And we are here to conduct some interview for our qualitative research, ma'am. So we have 5 questions po na pwede niyo pong sagutin. So ma'am, can we ask for your name po and what school are you from?
My name is Jessa De La Torre from President Quirino National High School. I'm teaching values education. And I am 38 years old.
Let's proceed to the second question. So, what are the advantages of performance-based assessment?
Okay, the advantages for me, surely, it creates creative thinking. Then they can imagine in a real world setting sa mga halimbawa, may subject, lalabas sila, then they can roam around, makikita nila yung nangyayari talaga, then they can apply it in a real world setting.
What are the challenges you have encountered while facilitating performance-based assessment, and how did you overcome it? Based on my experience, the majority of students get their ideas on the internet, and there are also some who copy the whole thing. In addition to that, students cannot manage their time well and ask for an extension. But of course, as the facilitator of learning, I did what is the right thing to do. I didn't tolerate their bad actions. Instead, I let them take full responsibility for their actions so that they will learn from their mistakes.
Okay, number 4, how do teachers provide feedback during performance-based assessment to support student growth? Number 1 is that nire-remind ko silang kapag may mga negative comments, you have to take it positively, not negatively. Kasi it's a, ang tawag dyan? Para sa kanila din yun. Hindi yun sinasabi para sirain sila or para i-discriminate sila. Ginagawa yung mga positive na feedback or yung mga negative feedback para mas gumaling sila next time na magkakaroon ng activity. And then kailangan lang talaga ipaintindi sa mga bata na ang mga bagay yung mga negative things, nakadepende lang yan sa kung paano mo i-take. Kung iti-take mo ba siya negatively or positively.
And last po, what kinds of skills do students develop most through performance-based assessment?
So, in performance-based assessment, yung mga estudyante ay natututo sila or nade-develop nila yung self-confidence kasi mga activities karamihan yung perform nila at saka self-confidence, and then natututo silang gumawa ng kanila sa sarili nila. Parang nagiging mas independent sila.
So, yun lang po, ma'am. Thank you po for